Gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to Ask an Older Man. Today we have an interesting topic I want to deal with. But before we go any further, please subscribe. It's a simple thing. You're getting a lot of great knowledge on this channel, and all I ask is just that free subscription button. That's it. We've only been out, this is my new channel, we've only been out for a week and a half now, but I got a lot of amazing content already gathered. I just have to edit it and start uploading. Okay, subscribe, but now let's talk about today's subject. And it's all about who should lead in a relationship, the man or the woman, whether you're married or whether it's your boyfriend. And this came up because of an argument my dear wife and I had last night. We've been married 18 years. We've had quite a few arguments, okay? But there's one thing that's very, very clear about me. I do not give in to an argument, especially when I know that I have facts and information, just because it hurts her feelings or it irritates her as a woman. To me, that is one of the worst things to do in a relationship. I am not a yes man. I have never been a yes man, and she knows this, but yet it still triggers her as a female when I say things that are not exactly PC for a woman. Who should lead in a relationship? Male or female? And my impression is simply this. A man should lead. It's as simple as that. And my wife looked at this as sort of a sexist thing. Oh, we should both lead. And I said, no, that's not possible. There's no such thing as the pilot and a pilot of a airline. There's no such thing as a captain and a captain of a ship. There's a co-captain. Is that what you say? Co-captain and a captain. There's a co-pilot and a pilot. There's generals, and then there's lieutenants. This entire society is built on hierarchy of leadership. But it's very important, gentlemen, that you understand that you take a position of leadership when you go into a relationship with a female. The reason is, it is by nature that females do not respect men who cannot lead. It's as simple as that. You are a beta male if you have your female, your wife, lead in the relationship. Very soon, they will lose respect for you. This is a fact. Every woman who's watching this knows that whenever she takes over a relationship and she becomes the dominant one, she loses respect for her man. It's a simple fact. Now, women like to feel that they got power, and that's not what I'm saying. Doesn't mean that you take the power away from your mate or your wife. It simply means that she's a co-mate. She's the person who's there for you. But listen, I decided to go out in my old stomping ground, the gym, and ask a few females and males what they think. Don't just take it from me, because I like to get the impression of others so that it backs up my theory. Okay, so with that said, subscribe first, and now let's go into the gym and talk to some other members there, both males and females from different parts of the world. For my American followers, realize that you're going to get a really good impression on how other women think in other parts of the world. When I listen to how females think in America, it's kind of scary. It is scary. But you will realize that women on this side of the earth and the Middle East and Asian countries think a lot different. So let's go in the gym, and I'll see you guys in the end. Alana from Kenya.
Yeah,
How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. All right, you're not married.
No,
But the question we're asking today is, who should be in charge of the house? Now, because you're not married, that's the kind of a difficult question. Let's look at it from this way. Like when you were growing up,
Yeah,
you grew
yeah.
up with your mom and dad.
Yes, yes.
Who was in charge of the house?
Okay. In general, not only from how I grew up with my parents,
Right.
but also I'm from the traditional background
Right.
of how homes are, yeah?
Right.
So basically, the man is in charge
Yes.
of the home.
Right.
But when we come to taking care of the household, the things around the house,
Right.
it's the woman.
Yeah.
But the man is basically the one who makes
Make the
the major decisions and stuff.
And that is what I'm asking from.
Yeah.
When it comes to decision making,
Yes.
did your father consult with your mother? He talked to her about
Okay.
things that have to be done, but ultimately it was him that made the decision. Am I right, or?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What do you mean you think so? I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want you to let
I
me
think-
know. But
I think so. Okay, I'm not,
you didn't see it happening.
yeah, I'm not quite sure, but I think they were like, it's a decision, there's something they were discussing.
Right.
But of course, as the man of the house, sometimes he has to be, make that final decision. Like,
Forceful.
yeah, sometimes he's like, okay, this is how things are gonna run, this and this and this. But most of the time, yeah, they consult each other and come to an agreement.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to tell my followers?
Yes. So even though I'm not married, I think for me, I would say, yeah, there should be that mutual agreement.
Right.
Like they are discussing a couple.
I absolutely
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
So I've always agreed that the man should always be in charge. Like he's the head
Yeah.
and the woman is the neck.
Yeah.
But the head can never turn without the neck.
Precisely.
I would say whenever a woman wants to control,
Yeah.
mostly because men are born, there's just the ego in men.
Yeah.
You take the ego away from him and you crush his ego.
Yeah.
And this is something we were talking about with my friends. We noticed
Yeah.
if the man is not in charge at home,
Yeah.
he will always find somewhere else to be in charge.
Yes. Exactly.
So probability could be there keeping a woman who makes him feel like the man.
Yeah. Exactly.
So if you don't let the man be in charge, not that he's not like he's sitting on you and doing stuff. It's just like, just let him lead.
Yeah.
Don't crush his ego.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll always come to an
And
agreement.
what happens when a woman finds that the man is always making her be in charge? What happens then? He
If-
becomes what?
Soft. He becomes, yeah, true, agreed. And honestly, as a woman, maybe I might not respect him.
Right.
Subconsciously. I don't know how to respect him,
It's true. It is a fact. I see this all the time.
Yeah,
Women lose respect for men who do not lead.
true.
Because why does a woman choose a man? Provider and a protector.
Exactly.
Provider and protector. And if the man cannot do these two, if he's not leading, he cannot do these two things.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So we just need to change our perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not about being feminist or, it's not about that. It's
Yeah.
just how is it done, And I agree with you. So, yeah, let the man lead. And once you're submissive in the right way,
Yes.
the man will love you.
Oh, women hate that word, Women
Yeah,
hate
because
that word, submissive.
because we misunderstand it.
Thank you.
We misunderstand it with our feminism nature. We
Yeah.
just try to think submissive means like, no,
Yeah.
it's not about that. It's just people need to understand what submissive means.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
problem.
Yeah.
If I ever use that word in my house, my wife go crazy.
Really?
A
Yeah.
woman should have a soft nature. Okay, she should be agreeable, not disagreeable.
True.
Okay? And gentlemen, this is what I mean by agreeable. If you say something and the woman goes, let's just say you say, hey, today we're going, I want to go to XYZ. And the woman says, I don't want to go to there. Why do you think that we have to always go there? Why is it that I have to go? Instead of, hey, we've been there a few times already. Maybe we should consider going somewhere else. You hear the difference between
Yes.
the two?
Yes.
Yes. One is disagreeable and hard. It brings no peace to a man. One evokes a fight
Yeah. True.
because men are aggressive people. species. A woman should bring peace and calm to the relationship.
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of women don't understand. That the second thing I said is how you talk to a man so that you can get the results you want.
Yes, true.
Because a man will say, oh yeah, I guess we've been there a few times.
Yeah, see?
What would you like to do, honey?
Thank you.
The first one? Yeah. Well, what do you want to go? Now we have to respond with aggression.
Yeah.
If a woman leads with aggression, a man will respond with aggression.
True.
This is the problem. Because if a man do not respond with the same aggression, he's the bitch in the relationship.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, true.
All of a sudden now she feels that she could do this to him all the time.
Yeah.
It's aggressive because this is where she gets results. Or the man say, oh, well, okay. Oh, Jesus. Now you're just a little bitch to your wife or to your girlfriend, and you will lose.
So in short, what you just did, the woman got her way,
Yes.
but the respect was maintained,
Yes.
and the man didn't feel like he was being crushed or like she was trying, you know? So I think that's what we need to learn as women.
Yeah.
So it's not about like who's winning. It's about we always have our way.
Yeah.
We'll always have our way if we know how to go about it. We are soft and all. So I think we should take advantage of our softness.
Exactly.
And that's the only way you can have your way.
That's
Just take
precisely.
advantage of your softness.
Women think because they're aggressive that they're going to be strong. If I wanted strong and aggressive, I would marry a fucking man. You understand? That's not why men marry women. Men marry women for their femininity, okay, their beauty,
Yeah,
their womb,
true.
okay? So that means if you're throwing your womb all over the place, men don't want it. That's natural. We just don't want it. It's a simple thing. So you gotta understand these things, and women don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wise words.
thank you. There's a lot more where that came from. All
Oh,
right? Thanks again. Huh?
experience, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
cheers.
you.
Are you married?
Yes.
Philippines?
No.
Chinese?
Vietnam.
Vietnam? Okay. So we're asking a simple question. When you're married, who should be in charge of the house? The man or the woman?
For me, it doesn't matter man or woman, because we are all human in the earth. So
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
So,
Do you know what my husband says?
Tell me.
He says that since he knew me.
can I put you on?
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem. Since he knew me,
Uh-huh.
he knows that everything between us, if it is small things, I will decide. If it is big things, he will decide.
Okay.
But since he knew me, everything is always small.
Well, I like
So
that.
it means that I decide everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, there are certain decisions that have to be made, big decisions that will
Okay.
affect the family. And I always ask my wife. I think that is very important because there's a reason why we have a co-pilot. Because sometimes you need advice from
Yeah.
two heads, not one, right? But ultimately, if you find that you are in a position where
You don't agree on something.
you don't agree on something, how long you been married?
For 10 years now.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
with my husband.
I'm 18 years. I think it's very important for a man to discuss it with his wife. But if he disagrees with her and you cannot come to an agreement, someone has to make a decision.
Okay.
And if the husband leaves it up to you all the time, I find that you will lose respect for him soon. Because now he's no longer a strong man. He's a weak man who just says, yes, yes, honey, yes, yes.
Actually, not at all, because to be honest, he's the strongest. But the strongest, he made me feel that I'm the strongest, you know? That's the smart of my husband.
The illusion. All right, I got it. I
Yeah, yeah.
understand.
But to be honest, for me, he's the most, the kindest, and
Okay, good.
the most knowledgeable man.
See?
So my decision was affected by him also. Because when you stay with someone long years, you understand how his vision is.
I get it.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying now. How old were you when you met your husband?
24.
So you were young. So you were molded by your husband. I know it's hard to say that, but you were molded by your husband, meaning a lot of his logic came off. You
Yeah,
learned.
because I learned from him a lot.
Exactly.
But he told me that he's lucky and he learned from me. Yeah.
I learn a lot from my wife as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes she don't think I do, but I did. You heard that earlier.
Right, why don't you do it another day when I've got time to go on a channel?
She won't do it. Who's in charge of the household? Men or women?
Men.
Thank you. See how easy that was? That was quick. That was simple. Because we had this discussion where I identified that she don't want a little bitch as a male, and he wants a man who controls. Ultimately, the decision is for
A male.
Thank you.
When?
No, I'm not cutting you off. Go on. She don't want to be on camera, but I want her opinion.
When women let men have that, like, when women decide and take control, then men get weak. And if they're weak, then women can walk all over them, but then it creates, they lose interest. And when men take control, it spices it up. It hurts women a little bit, but it means that then you've got the fire in a relationship that you need. Yeah.
I love you. I love her. Thank you so much for that. You're honest, and I love that.
And also, lastly,
okay.
when men take control too much, they can break hearts, but at the same time, when the relationship doesn't work, so like, for example, deep in the past, I was in a relationship, I like the chase.
Right.
I like a man that isn't too nice to me, and I've always said no to people in the past that are too nice, and I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't accepted someone that wants to do everything for me, but it's obviously because I need that level of respect where it takes two.
Exactly.
So I'm still looking for that one.
This is nature at its best.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no other mammal in nature, except a hyena, by the way, where the female has to be in charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've realised it's all definitely about self-care and prioritising yourself and not actually just letting someone take that control. It's definitely a 50-50, but I do think, or authoritative, taking it.
If a man don't get your opinion, then he's an idiot.
And it's all about communication.
Yeah, exactly. I being married 18 years, I do communicate with my wife, but she gets pissed when I put my foot down. But ultimately, we've lasted 18 years for one very basic reason, because I don't make her walk over me.
Absolutely. And she'll have more respect for you down the line, even if it causes a little bit of friction.
Yeah. Hear that, honey? And this is from a fellow Brit. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's so lovely to meet you.
All right, absolutely. There we go, gents.
Okay.
All right, who do you think should be in charge of the household?
Okay, I believe that there isn't one person who should take care of everything. There are roles supposed to be designated for the husband and other for the wife.
Right.
Like financially, I believe that the husband should be in charge and he should take full charge. Even if the wife works and makes a lot of money, he should take care of that and he should be in charge of that.
Why do you think
However,
that is?
because I mean, this is the nature. This is his nature. This is the law nature. This is the earth nature. He should know since ages and ages. He used to go and hunt.
Oh,
He is the breadwinner.
where did you learn this? Because I've been telling people this.
Yes, exactly.
But I don't understand. I didn't get the same impression from other women.
No.
that they understood this.
The man is the breadwinner. He is in charge of the financials because this will put the wife in more comfortable like mental
Headspace,
situation.
right.
Exactly, headspace. So she
Right.
shouldn't care. She shouldn't worry about the financials.
Right.
She should know that there's a man. It's his headache, and
Okay.
whatever she's doing, she's just a backup.
Yeah. Listen. I'll expand on why I know this is a fact.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time, men hunt.
Yes.
All the men went out and hunt.
Yes.
Women stayed home and they take care of the kids. And they stayed in the cave, they stayed in the village, and they took care of
Yeah.
the kids, right? Men knew that if they hunt in the summer or in the good times, winter's coming soon,
So
they had to get enough meat. They had to put away enough food in, this is also called an investment.
Yes.
They have to invest enough into the hunt so that they know that when winter comes, they're not going to be able to find the same animals.
Okay.
So this is a mentality that came from them. Cook it
So
enough.
the man brings in the bread and she manages and distributes it to the house. A woman should give the man the right to decide. However, he will take full responsibility for it.
Absolutely.
And in another situation, I think the woman has the right to give her decision, taking care, taking the full responsibility of it.
Absolutely.
But both of them should be given chances to give their decisions.
If you, as a woman, marry a man who do not give you the opportunity to argue your case, to say what you think,
Yeah.
right, and take counsel from you,
Yeah.
you didn't marry the right man. You understand?
Yeah.
You married an idiot. Because even I know, and every thinking man should know that two heads are better than one.
Right.
That's why there's a pilot and a co-pilot.
Right.
A captain, vice captain. And we could go on and on between.
Right.
But ultimately, if there's a hard decision to be made that is going to ultimately change the trajectory of the family,
It's the man.
thank you.
It's the man.
Okay.
Yeah. I say this because I don't have the courage and the mental stability and the nerves to handle a bad decision when it comes to family future.
And why is this? You ever thought about why that is?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure that there's something like
Well,
psychological.
Let me tell you as an older man.
Yeah.
Women are designed to be nurturers. You have kids, you're designed to nurture,
Right.
to take care, to bring peace.
Right.
That is your role.
Right.
Men are logical thinkers. We know that if we don't leave the house,
This is how they're created. Right.
this is literally
This is like their nature.
This is what do you call it? Genetics. This is biology.
Right.
We know that if we go hunting or we go into war, we have to think strategically. We have to think logically.
Your mind is designed to
Yes,
be like
we
this.
We do not think emotionally.
Okay.
We are not emotional thinkers. That's the way men are designed. And until women understand that, if you try to make your man emotional, you're creating a soft man. And what happened to soft men? You lose what? Respect for him. Correct? Thank you. Say it.
Yeah.
Say it. Say it.
Not all the time.
No, whatever.
I love emotional men, by the way.
Really?
I don't judge emotional men at all. At certain times, not all the time. At certain times, it's good for a man to be emotional.
No,
at a
man.
certain time.
I'm telling you, man, you can be emotional, but if you push it, women will lose respect for you. You will just become a little pussy for these women. And
Yes, that might be true.
every woman that I know that having an affair, that's because of that kind of behavior.
Oh my God.
I gotta bleep that word.
Yeah.
But you get my point. But thank you so much for talking
Thank
to me.
you.
All right?
Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, bye. Take care.
Bye.
You have to tell me where can I find it? Yeah, what's your YouTube?
All right, so there you go, guys. Men lead. Simple as that. Women lose respect for men when they fail to lead. I'm just summarizing. Men are providers and protectors. There's no way a man can do that if he's not leading. The biggest point is, if you take away the man's right to lead, he will find someone else that will make him lead. You will lose your man, ladies. But this is for men. Men, if you lose your leadership position, you will lose your woman. She'll lose respect for you. She'll just go to a man that's a man, that stays in his man role. So, simping is not something that you do. Definition of simping, for those of you that don't know, it's when a man constantly caters and says yes to a woman to gain favor from her. The worst thing you can do is simp. I have a full video on that. I'll link it below so that you guys can go and understand what simping is and why it doesn't work. Okay, gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next video, and please subscribe, pass on this video to your friends so that they don't make the same mistake as well. Honey, my dear wife, I love you. You know that. And I look forward to another 18 years together. Still fighting, baby. Still there. Okay? Cheers.